Ahoy, ladies! I didn't see you there. Would you guys like to set sail on this ocean of flavor with me? I'll be your captain. I'm Steve Harrington.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Steve Harrington ruled on Stranger Things.
There's your finger looking good.
For this list, we'll be looking at all the times Steve was our favorite character on the beloved Netflix show. If we missed any of your favorite Steve Harrington being awesome moments, let us know in the comments. Number 10. A Present. We all remember Season 1 Steve as nowhere near the best version of himself, but he did have certain moments that foreshadowed the redemption arc ahead.
You just have to take away his toy.
No, please, not the camera.
No, wait. Tommy. It's okay. Here you go, man.
After a fight with Jonathan, he defends both Jonathan and Nancy to his jerkwad friends Carol and Tommy. But the real kindness comes later on.
What the hell, Steve?
You know, neither of you ever cared about her. You never even liked her. Because she's not miserable like you two. She actually cares about other people.
At the end of the season, Nancy gives Jonathan a new camera to replace the one that Steve broke after he found out Jonathan had been taking pictures of Nancy.
Whoa, pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But turns out that camera wasn't a present from Nancy. It was a present from Steve himself, who wanted to make up for what he'd done.
Did you give it to him?
Yeah.
Number 9. The Elevator.
Free ice cream for life.
Lucas's little sister Erica is one of Stranger Things' most underrated characters. She's funny, feisty, and smart, all wrapped in a tiny little package. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't lose the plot a little sometimes.
My groin. It fell in my groin.
In Season 3, Steve, Erica, Robin, and Dustin find themselves free-falling in a Russian elevator. Steve is incredibly upset at the prospect of being stuck in the broken metal contraption, but Erica's more worried that her mom will find out where she is. Steve explodes, and we cannot disagree with his logic.
I don't care about Tina or Uncle Jack's party. Your mom's not gonna be able to find us if we're dead in a Russian elevator.
Number 8. On the Bench.
Is this really necessary?
Yes, it is, okay? This is a groundbreaking scientific discovery. We can't just bury it like some common mammal, okay? It's not a dog.
All right. You're explaining this to Mrs. Byers, all right.
Season 2 of Stranger Things started to show Steve's progression to babysitter and ultimately full-blown protector of the group. But in this scene, he shows he's a pretty good coach as well.
The coach calls a play in a game. Bottom line, you execute it, all right?
Okay, first of all, this isn't some stupid sports game, and second, we're not even in the game, we're on the bench.
Right. So my point is... Right, yeah, we're on the bench, so there's nothing we can do.
At the end of Season 2, Steve keeps watch over Mike and company while Eleven tries to close the gate to the Upside Down. Mike is understandably restless, wanting to help in any way he can, but Steve is adamant. They've got to execute their plan just like Coach, in this case Hopper, called it. Mike, quite astutely, brings up the fact that the kids aren't even in the game at this point, but riding the bench. To Steve's credit, he knows when he's been outsmarted.
This is not happening. No. No buts. I promise I keep you shithead safe, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. We're staying here on the bench, and we're waiting for the starting team to do their job. Does everybody understand that?
This isn't a stupid sports game.
I said, does everybody understand that?
Number 7. Reuniting with Dustin. One of the nicest surprises to come out of Stranger Things Season 2 was the friendship between Dustin and Steve.
I swear to God, man, it's just some little lizard, okay?
It's not a lizard.
How do you know?
How do I know if it's not a lizard?
Yeah, how do you know if it's not just a lizard?
Because his face opened up and he ate my cat.
Their relationship grew to be loyal, heartwarming, and full of so many jokes. So of course, when we finally got to Season 3, fans were excited to see if Steve and Dustin would continue to be the best of friends we all remembered and loved. Lucky for us, they came back better than ever.
Henderson!
Henderson! He's back! He's back!
I'm back! You got the job!
You got the job! Yay! Oh!
As soon as Dustin shows up at Scoops Ahoy, Steve is delighted to see him. The two hug and catch up like they never were apart.
How many children are you friends with?
Number 6. No, you are. Time and time again, Steve has shown his willingness to protect our favorite Hawkins kids.
Dinner time. Human tastes better than cat, I promise.
He's insane.
He's awesome.
In season 2, he takes on a whole pack of demo dogs for their sake. But the best display of his protective nature that season was a bit more human.
Man, will you drop too much as a child, or what? I don't know what you don't understand about what I just said. She's not here.
And who is that?
Shit! Did he see us?
When Max's brother Billy finds out she's been hanging out with Lucas, he confronts the kids in a violent manner. Fortunately, Steve comes to the rescue, punching Billy square in the face.
You are so dead, Sinclair! You're dead.
No.
You are.
That particular fight doesn't end up going well for Steve. Not many do, but it's the thought that counts. Number 5. A real-life dad. Throughout season 4 of Stranger Things, Steve continues to prove that he's the best babysitter the kids of Hawkins could ever ask for. But some fans might not have expected Steve to admit that all that babysitting has made him dream of being a real dad too.
I always had this dream that I'd have this really big family. I'm talking like a full brood of Harringtons, like 5, 6 kids.
6?
Yeah, 6 little nuggets. 3 girls, 3 boys.
During a conversation with Nancy towards the end of the season, Steve tells her that he's always dreamed of having a big brood of Harringtons, hair and all, we hope, that he can take on trips over the summer.
That sounds nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Steve later makes it clear that he's imagined Nancy with him in this fantasy, and the entire thing is a very sweet moment between the two.
But I left one part out. It's the most important part. You're there. You've always been there.
We hope we can tag along on the Harrington family vacation. Number 4. Hair and relationship advice. In season 2, Steve helps Dustin look for Dart, his errant pet demo dog, and ends up giving him some sage advice along the way.
The key with girls is just acting like you don't care.
Even if you do?
Yeah, exactly. It drives them nuts.
Admittedly, some of Steve's advice isn't the soundest. We don't condone pretending like you don't care about a girl you like, but the hair advice? Now that's pretty special.
Use the shampoo and the conditioner, and when your hair's damp, it's not wet, okay? When it's damp,
Damn.
you do 4 puffs of the Farrah Fawcett spray.
Farrah Fawcett spray?
Yeah, Farrah Fawcett. You tell anyone I just told you that, and your ass is grass, you're dead, Henderson. You understand?
This scene is one of the first that cements their everlasting friendship. It leads to another one of our favorite Steve and Dustin scenes, when Steve drives Dustin to the school dance.
Hey.
What?
Come on. You look great, okay? You look great, okay?
Number 3. Friendship with Robin. We're fond of Steve's friendship with Dustin, but we can't get enough of his friendship with Robin.
Oh, what do you think you're doing?
I want to hear it.
Why?
Because maybe I can help. I'm fluent in 4 languages, you know.
Russian?
Uye arye umbade.
Holy shit.
That was Pig Latin dingus.
Ever since the beginning of season 3, these two have been through a lot more than just braving a day at Scoops Ahoy. That includes accidentally getting drugged by scary Russians.
Laura, they messed up the drugs.
Messed it up.
And when Robin comes out to him, Steve is kind and considerate.
She's a total dud.
She's not.
Yes, she is. She wants to be like a singer. She wants to move like Nashville and shit.
She has dreams.
She can't even hold a tune. She's practically tone deaf. Have you heard her? All the time.
He later hypes Robin up about her crush on a girl at school.
Do you know who pauses fast times at 53 minutes 5 seconds? People who like boobies, Robin.
Gross.
Boobies.
Don't say boobies.
Not a big deal, okay? I like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies. Definitely.
There's absolutely nothing this dynamic duo can't take on. Friends who fight monsters together, stay together. Number 2. Saving Nancy and Jonathan.
John! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
If you know anything about Stranger Things, you know that the relationship between Nancy, Steve, and Jonathan has been strained, to say the least.
We were just...
You just want. Finish the sentence. Finish the sentence.
We think we can say with confidence that barring a little unrequited love, these three end up feeling alright about each other. But that definitely wasn't the case in season 1. Fortunately, that doesn't stop Steve from stepping up to save these two when he knows something's wrong.
This is crazy. This is actually crazy. This is 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 crazy.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you insane?
It's going to come back. So you need to leave. Right? Now.
Nancy tries to send him away when she and Jonathan are about to fight the Demogorgon. But Steve jumps in on the action anyway, and even adds a little flair to his fight. We see your bat flip, Steve. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Misquoting Sherlock Holmes. The world is full of obvious things.
The obvious things are not what people observe, or don't observe. Or Sherlock Holmes.
Steve finally wins a fight, against a Russian soldier no less.
Dude! You did it! You won a fight!
Saving everyone at the mall. Steve to the rescue again. Going under. Down into the Watergate Steve goes.
Steve? Be careful.
Hearing Dustin. A friendship that spans dimensions.
He's here. Henderson. That little shit, he's here. He's like, he's in the walls or something. Just listen. Listen. Dustin. Dustin! 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 Can you hear me?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Babysitter Extraordinaire.
Wipe your feet. On the outside, not the inside.
Always the babysitter.
Always the goddamn babysitter.
If you asked us to pick our favorite thing about Steve, we'd definitely have a hard time. But that's exactly what this list is all about. We could have gone with his incredible redemption arc throughout season 1 and the rest of the series. But honestly, there's nothing we love more than Mama Steve.
You do realize that Skull Rock, it's like a super popular makeout spot?
Yeah, so?
Yeah, well, it wasn't popular until I made it popular. All right? I practically invented it. Heading in the wrong direction.
Steve, where are you going?
Stop whining. Let's go.
Throughout Stranger Things, his role has evolved from being douchey King Steve into the sweetest mama bear babysitter that these Hawkins kids could have ever asked for. He saves lives, he gives advice, he even reprimands when necessary. He's just the greatest.
I may be a pretty shitty boyfriend, but turns out I'm actually a pretty damn good babysitter.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.